response to RachtaZ video, however you pronounce his name. RachtaZ. RachtaZ, or maybe it's like like the word yacht. Maybe it's like the word yacht, like a yacht, right? So like a yacht, but like as, then just change it to a R. RachtaZ Steam, RachtaZ. So like a yacht, like RachtaZ, RachtaZ. That his name, RachtaZ. We'll call him RachtaZ from now on.
I watched the first 10 seconds, man, and I just died. Like, it's funny, man. Like, that's what I thought it's troll. But when I just see its channel, dude, the guy is real, you know?
Okay, so I just want to point out here that this guy here, what he says, is this satire? These are things that cheaters commonly say all of the time. Like Rotters here saying, "Oh, I thought this was a troll at first. I thought this was," but he's serious. Everybody always comes to my channel, or if I complain in a forum, whether I'm whether I'm complaining in a forum somewhere about cheaters, or I'm doing a video on cheaters, people are always going to tell me that, are you trolling? Is this comedy? Is this supposed to be satire? Like, nobody takes cheating accusations seriously. And you think, what kind of weird world do you live in, where when you make videos about people cheating, that people just think it's a satire channel, that is a comedy show? This is what cheaters say. This is how many cheaters there are. Things that cheaters say, that all cheaters say, that basically identify them as cheaters. And them always saying, "Oh, is this satire? Is this a joke?" is their one of their number one go-tos to discredit what someone's saying in regards to cheating, to make them think, "Oh, you just gotta be joking, right? You're just a troll account. Just make it like you're full of shit. You're just chatting, basically." Okay, so I'm just gonna add some clips in from Deception Detective's most recent video. This came out 11 hours ago. So I already had my video in response to Rotters already uploaded. So I'm adding this in and then re-uploading the, the footage, just because the things that he says in here are basically echoing the things that I've said, and he just explains it a lot better.
She can't prove she doesn't cheat to them, and the idea of proving that they don't cheat occurs to them. The word defend. She could say, if I prove I don't cheat, or even if I prove I don't cheat, they still won't believe me. That would be better, right? Because that's someone who knows deep down that they don't cheat, and they know that they can prove it. So the word proof occurs to them, and the idea of proving that they don't cheat occurs to them. But she can only go so far as defending herself from cheating. She can't disprove it. She can't prove she doesn't cheat. So those words don't occur to her in the first place. And this is something we've seen time and time again in these cheating denial videos. People who don't cheat offer to prove they don't cheat. And cheaters talk about their frustration in fighting or defending against or battling cheating accusations, right? So they use words that don't have the power of truth behind them. They're not definitive. Whereas people who are actually innocent use definitive words like, I will prove I don't cheat. I will prove I'm telling the truth. So listen to how non definitive the words she's choosing are. She knows she can't prove she doesn't cheat.
Oh,
That's why Rotters, when he says like why he doesn't deny that he's cheating, and he says, "Why wouldn't I?" Because he knows he can't, right? He knows he can't deny it because he is cheating.
I was just like, I'm just gonna run with this. And I didn't really create sus clips like on purpose, but when I did do something sus, um, I would react as if I'm like, oh shit,
I
like,
just
oh
got
my God.
caught. Yeah.
I would react on purpose. and I don't know, or if I saw a video of
All
me.
right, so here's more of Nadia talking about trolling. And as if you've seen my trolling video, right? Every troll has a secret doubt. Everyone who's trolling about something it's their defense mechanism against a truth, right? They're showing disdain for their audience, and it's their way to cover up a truth, right? So when she says, "I didn't make suspicious clips on purpose," that's because her clips were suspicious because she was cheating. And then she started overreacting to it as a defense mechanism in order to say, "Hey, I'm just trolling. I'm just joking. It's not real." And OJ Simpson did the same thing. And we see lots of liars either resort to trolling, which is what the new breed of liars do, or mockery, which is what the old breed of liars do, like Liver King or Mike.
You know, people, they use a combination of these things. They'll use mockery. They'll they might try to use your rank, right? You go, oh, you're just a 3-star, and they'll mock you for being a bad player, right? That's what cheaters will do. And but like what he's saying here is correct. Like the new breed, trolling is a concept of, you know, my generation and just after my generation of the internet age, right? People who grew up in the internet age created the term trolling. So trolling is the new method and means in which cheaters of our era used to hide their lies. So like one of his first videos when Rachta enters hacker mode, right? And he's got like the troll faces in the description. You know, and look, it says he just there. I swear I'm not cheating. And he's got like this troll face like emote, and it's just like it's just trolling. Like, oh, I'm not really cheating.
Ready for
Let's take a look at Jack Frags a little bit. He's got a video here. He goes, "I promise I'm not cheating," and he does it in the, you know, the capitalization, the lowercase thing where it's almost like, "I promise I'm not cheating," like he's memeing, like he's like this is a way that liars lie and make out they're just joking, just trolling in text. This is trolling in text form. I promise I'm not cheating, lowercase, uppercase. And he goes down here, objection, hearsay. You're like, what? You're objecting to your own claim that you're not cheating. So I'm saying it's like he's trolling the troll of the troll of the troll. He can't stop trolling. So you can see that people who look like they're cheating, have suspicious clips that look like they're cheating, will get a lot of accusations of cheating, will try and troll that they're not really cheating or trolling that they are cheating. And this is a common behavior with people who have suspicious looking clips or constantly deal with cheater accusations. You know, cheater mode activated, obviously in there. Cheater mode activated 2. You know, another one here where it's like Hunt Showdown wallhack.exe. And when I talk about, you know, people using music over their montages in order to cover whether or not you heard the wall bang or the information or not, and RachtaZ tries to make out, oh, I never thought of that, like it's completely surprising. This guy literally has no in-game audio. It's not like some background music over the clips. There's just absolutely, he's extracted the audio out of the game entirely and put music over the top of it. That's another level of not of being cinematic. You're literally just pulling sound out of the game, and makes you wonder why. Did he have information? We'll never know. A little bit of a stranger sweep there. See the little circular like woo, like sweeping motion up and around, like he's trying to cover as broad an area as possible to try and get that trigger bot proc in it. Really? You know, he makes all these claims like, oh, but I heard the footsteps. You know, it's just prediction read. I mean, at this range, you're making those predictions at this range. The quick little flick, like seconds to react. Like he could be anywhere at that point, right? So he's fired. He's run off. He could be here. He could be there. He could be here, right? He could be anywhere along this thing, and he's just going to move left, and he's gonna fucking get the shot, right? He just gets the shot, and it's like, so he's just making that prediction again. It's like, oh, I'm predicting where they'll be. He gets these predictions right. It could be short range prediction, long range prediction, how far they're moving, how far back he is. All these different variables matter greatly. Yet this guy has like a calculator in his head that he's always able to calculate the correct prediction based on his distance, the speed that they're moving at, and the angle in which he's firing. He can just calculate. He's a robot, right? Again, information. What is he going on? We don't even know if he can even hear footsteps. We hear nothing because he's taken out the audio. And then his response is going to be his defense mechanism when pointing this out is, then why don't you look at footage that doesn't have music playing over the top of it? That's not the point. The point is we're looking at you wallbanging. You've deliberately taken the audio out. And that leads me to question and wonder why you took the audio out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the point is the fact that you have taken the audio out. Not can we find another example where there is an audio cue for you to claim, an audio cue for you to make the shot, when I'm making making the argument that he's taken the sound out. We don't know, right? If he's taken the audio out to hide information. And then RachtaZ is going to make out, oh, I never thought of that, when he's clearly he's thought not just to put music over the top, but to literally take the audio out of the game entirely. Remember, he's called the video wallhack.exe. So again, he's trolling. He's trolling that he's using cheats. Remember, as Deception Detective says, you know, he can't deny that he's a cheater, right? Because he is cheating. So a cheater is not going to be able to defend themselves from cheater accusations because they cheat. And the new breed of cheaters, instead of mockery, instead of trying to deny it or come up with excuses, they lean into it and just make out they're trolling, they're memeing guys, because it's easier for them to take the accusations of hacking as a compliment and lean into it as though you're trolling. That's how liars have evolved the lie.
Mockery, which is what the old breed of liars do, like Liver King or Mike O'Hearn, right? So the old school is mockery, where you make fun of your accuser, and the new school is you play along with the accusers.
And RachtaZ is doing both. He's using mockeries. He's making fun of me that I'm joking. He's memeing. You know what I'm saying? That he must be trolling. He's making a mockery of me. And he's trolling himself. He's leaning into it, that he's leaning into his cheating by trolling as well. He, like, RachtaZ is using both methods.
So that you can, you can lie right in front of their faces and run along with the actual correct accusations, but pretend that you're in on the joke.
Exactly.
So it's a more it's the way that liars are evolving to defend themselves, and that's one thing that makes deception so interesting. Is it's constantly evolving. It's a cat and mouse game to catch these people.
No, I cannot say anything about that one though.
Trigger bot. Postcard. It's just a trigger bot. You stood there, waited, and as soon as you stepped in the line of fire, it auto-fired.
Because player is running from left to right. That's how
Yeah, but you only hear the footsteps up to this point. He doesn't know that the other person's even moved. He can say prediction, but he's not hearing the footsteps.
I know this. You know, guy was here, but I move my crosshair here, so it's a snap on air.
Does that snap? What do you mean? If the guy's moved, the guy's here and he's moved, and you snap to him through the wall, then you're snapping to where he is behind the wall, isn't it? Not snapping onto A, snapping onto the dude behind the wall. Because he aims right back at the same place, right? The same
Okay,
position.
that shot was insane.
Snaps
Not
the
gonna
guy
lie.
twice,
Not gonna lie.
and then re-snap that same place, and then just shoots the guy.
Okay.
Barely no info.
Well, audio.
Not. Well, you heard the footsteps up to this point, then they stopped. Then you seem to make a prediction that they would carry on moving, even though you didn't hear the audio cue that they'd ran that far right to make the prediction. It just sort of spontaneously, coincidentally happened to land a shot with no accurate information that they had moved to the point you fired at. Through two, if you're shooting anybody up there, you're going through two woods, two bits
Yeah.
of wood. You're going through this wall.
It's
and you're going
FMJ.
through the floorboard as well.
I-
It's just the lesser point. It's not really the actual point. I'm just pointing out that it just seems like such a random place to shoot. There doesn't seem to be clear reason to shoot there. It just seems like he's causing noise to get the other person to react to it, so he can then just use his trigger bot to just go to wherever he hears a sound or knows that there's a person there, and then get the tap with the trigger bot. But he misses, he skips over. I don't know what the penetration is on guns, but I think that it would be less likely.
Yeah, exactly. Like he has no experience of the game, but he
Not relevant.
talks about stuff, you know? Like you don't
Not relevant.
know the penetration of the game, but look, I have FMJ, so I can penetrate like 4 walls. I think
The penetration knowledge is not relevant to the point I'm making.
that's compact FMJ is like 4 walls, right?
Exactly that. If there was somebody there, you're not gonna penetrate through two wood.
I will, man.
Wood walls. Doesn't matter. Right, you know that you've hit a dude up here, so you know that there's somebody here.
Okay, now he's gonna
This to
talk
me
about it.
seems
5
like he's
minutes.
running up,
Nothing.
skips the point. You know what I'm saying? Skips my actual point. Not interested in the actual
thing.
So this is basically just another way you can sort of tell, like, he's not really interested in what I have to say. He's basically, he just gets the information to character assassinate me, and then he's not interested in my actual point and moves on. That's all he does. Okay, so I just want to make a point here that RachtaZ has no obligation to watch my video on his stream. It's his stream, it's his time, right? He doesn't have to watch the entire videos in length, but it's convenient for him that I'm rambling, which arguably you could say I am rambling, as a reason to skip over it, and it might seem like okay on the surface, but like he is choosing to watch these videos on his stream. So if you're not going to give it the full amount, he knows it's an hour's worth of content. So you know, if you're not going to give it the full amount of time to actually listen to my points and actually respond to my points, maybe just don't do the videos on your stream. But of course, YouTube videos have the option to play in double time. He could turn an hour-long video into a 30-minute video, and he's got subtitles on as well, so he can see what is being said. There's really no excuse. He could just speed up the video, get to my point faster, but he's not interested in my points. He wants to fish for the information for a character assassination. Once he has the information from each point, move on to the next one. Fish for the next reason to either mock me or character assassinate me with. Do you think that's real human reaction?
I think so.
React to that snap bank? Is it?
More maybe?
Dude, that was
This
even
is
like
why you
fast
end up with
reaction.
trades. You know, like people go, oh. Right, so the other guy has the knowledge, so he should have advantage in this situation because he has the audio of where RachtaZ is, so he should just be able to step out pre-fire bang and get the kill. Whereas RachtaZ has got to react to seeing him because he doesn't know exactly where he is. So it just makes sense that as soon as he sees him, he presses his panic button and gets the aimbot snap insta kill, which turns it into a trade. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't react to it with full human reaction. He pressed his panic button when he saw the model come out. Pressed the panic button when the other guy should have advantage in that situation. Trading is so bad in the game. Trading is an issue in the game, but the trading, particularly with shotguns, is made exponentially
I don't know, Tom. I think he is like himself,
worse
you know?
because people are using aimbots. If this guy didn't have an aimbot, he wouldn't have traded with that guy. He would have died.
Ah, so, dude, there is no trades because of something bad with the game.
Logical fallacy. I'm not saying that all trades are a result of aimbots. I literally say trading is made exponentially worse. So the symptom of trading feeling bad in the game is made worse because the people that you trade with are reacting with you with non-human reactions and trading with you.
There is trades because people are cheating. Ah, man.
No, false, false. I've literally said not that, and he's just going to, you know, he's going to literally just disregard the actual things that I say. How can you take somebody is telling you the truth when I've literally said one thing, and then he's going to say that I didn't say that, I said something else entirely, when moments before I just said, made exponentially worse. Not that trades are caused by aimbots. So he's just lying to your face about what I've just said.
Of course,
Never
I knew
put the
it.
shot on the other dude.
So every
The
time you
fact that
trade,
he had
you fight a
aimbots is
cheater.
the reason why this
Dude.
situation was a trade.
Okay, man.
Strawman. That's aimbot aim snap. And that's the reason why this is a trade. He had the
Ah,
knowledge,
okay.
the information. This guy might be cheating as well, but
Oh my god, dude. I can't.
that's it. He's got another bit of information that he can use to character assassinate me. That's all he's looking for. He's fishing for the character assassinations. If he can get the information for character assassination, he'll move on to the next clip.
Now you said...
To give
Dude,
the benefit of the
the
doubt
more I
here
watch,
that
the more I think it's a
this guy
troll.
isn't cheating, and he heard him.
Okay.
There you go. Skips the point. He's not interested in my point. He's got a character assassinate. He's got a piece of information to character assassinate me with. Move on to the next point. Not interested in my actual point. I'm pretty sure that a lot of when the older ones use music over their videos, usually to try and hide,
Ah,
to make it more difficult to
that makes
know
sense.
if they had information to make that wall bang.
Ah,
RachtaZ has literally so many. He's acting like he doesn't know that he doesn't specifically do that himself. Acting surprised. No,
Smart.
it's him
I didn't think of
wallbanging
that.
people with no information. Of course you did.
This one is flick, I remember, with the packs, I think.
He calls that a flick. That ain't a flick, man. A flick is where you flick to a location. That's a sweep pin across a location. There's a clear difference between sweeping across a target and flicking toward the target. He is not flicking, he's sweeping.
Well-
Look at these sweeping motions. You can't tell me that people who are actually skilled at a game make sweeping shot motions like this. Doesn't happen. People who
What
make
does he mean by that?
sweeping shot motions are plain dumb. People who are using hit scan aimbots, right? Auto fire hit scan aimbots where they're just scanning mount their crosshair over the target, and then the
Like
cheat
flicks?
just shoots
I missed though.
for them. When another classic thing that cheaters do, they try to, oh, but I missed, so it can't be true. It's like you can't play dumb when we know cheats are programmed with a percentage chance to miss to make them look more human. The giveaway that he's using a trigger bot is the sweeping motion. Whether he hits the target or doesn't hit the target, he shouldn't be making sweeping motions. It's not what a truly skilled player would ever do. Would never make sweeping motions because it would increase the likelihood to miss. So why would you do it? Oh, he's just that good. No, he's living in La La Land. He's doing the sweep motions because he has a trigger bot. And that is indicative. A symptom of using a trigger bot is using sweeping motions and spinning motions and not actually aiming, just dragging your crosshair over the target. And,
That flick was insane though.
but again, it's just a flick. The flick, you know what I mean? It's like he's swinging over it. Is this how people actually... It's not a flick. It's like he's swinging it across from one angle across the model. He's not aiming at a particular location and then flicking to the target. He's like aiming past the target and then swinging it across. That's not flicking, it's sweeping. There's a difference. The aim cheaters. There's no way.
Ooh, this flick was insane, man. Watch it again.
Like, can we not like distinguish the difference between sweeping and flicking? Flicking, you flick the target, usually bringing your crosshair back to the center. Sweep is where you're sweeping across your target, and the sweeping motions would be indicative of a trigger bot.
Oh my god,
Get the
man.
fuck out of here.
Dude, get out of here, man.
Trolling, man.
Damn.
Doing that thing that there's another cheater I was
Hornet?
arguing on his fucking channel. He responded to me after about
Hornet?
a million years. I think his name was Green Teen Joya. He's
Who's
got
that?
a YouTube channel where he uploads all of his Hunt Showdown cheater clips.
Who is that? I never heard of that
Probably
guy.
messaged me because he knew that I have. Is that seems like a little bit of an incriminating statement to make? You know, the implication there is that he should know the name of a cheater, right? Isn't he basically incriminating himself that because he's king cheater of his cheater community, he should know all of the names of the cheaters? People are like, oh, you know, it's just because he's a famous YouTuber or something. You just automatically get downloaded the knowledge. You know, YouTube knocks on your door, they hand you your silver plaque for reaching 100,000 subscribers, and then they hand you the A to Z guidebook of who's cheating in online gaming. No, it doesn't happen. There's no logic that ties together that because you have a successful YouTuber, because you have a successful YouTube channel, that you automatically know a large amount of cheaters within the community. Those two things, they don't go together. They're not one doesn't flow into the other. But if you're a cheater, you know, and you're the king cheater of a cheating community, then you might have a large database of names of people that you know who cheat. So here's a green tea enjoyer. We'll have a little look at some of his clips here.
Toad?
Got the reshade, probably using that reshade aimbot or something. Look at, I mean, it's ridiculous. There you go. He's doing the exact same thing that RachtaZ does, isn't it? Does the exact same thing that RachtaZ does, except he's doing it at ridiculous ranges. Like, what you telling me? You can see a dude through the wall there, and he hits and spins around. When I told him, goes, look, this shooting, spinning around thing, you know, that just makes you look like you're cheating. You're not even aiming. You don't even have information of your targets. You know what I'm saying? This guy's just cranking it way past 11. This is what, you know, RachtaZ ain't doing it to this extreme, but he's doing the exact same thing, and he tries to make out that this is called, you know, animation canceling with Darkseid. Whether that's a thing or not is, I don't see other streamers and YouTubers who play Hunt Showdown who are popular using the Darkseid cancel. No one's doing it except for this guy and RachtaZ. Do you know what I'm saying? And probably other cheaters. I've seen it for other cheaters as well, but this is the one that springs to mind. And this guy, like, look, man, you can't say that that's not cheating. This guy moves his aim to behind the wall, and then he just spins around, bang, gets the one tap. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You know? And he's going to make out, oh, it's just a common spot that people chill. It's a common spot. It's like a classic spot, innit? That he's just banging this guy out. Think that's legit? Didn't do the Darkseid cancel there, so he's lying about the whole, oh, the Darkseid cancel your animation. He didn't Darkseid that time. So he's lying about the Darkseid animation.
Where? Dead.
You think that's legit? But it's the same thing. It's the same thing RachtaZ is doing, except he's just not giving. He's not even trying to even slightly hide it. RachtaZ is just trying to make himself look like he's actually good, and he's trying to do things that are like semi-believable. Not to me, but to some people, semi-believable. This guy, he's on the next level. He's just doing it without any kind of care at all.
Dead.
Just watch that shot one more time.
Where?
Dead. Dead.
It's not legit. Brown thing. So there you go. It's like, can you see any difference between that shot and what Green Tea Enjoyer does? They're identical in the methodology and the way that it looks. There's no time to aim. It's a sweeping motion. You know, these guys should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Why aren't their governments of their countries like abducting them in the dead of night to perform secret operations and experiments on them to see how they're getting these godlike skills from? Because surely like they could clone RachtaZ, they could clone him like some kind of tyrant fucking T-virus monster to pilot all the drones for the wars in the future by cloning his elite swingy motion sweep shots, isn't it?
Tag and this.
It's not legit.
This.
Not legit, bro. Again, you can't tell the difference between him and Green Tea and Joya. They both employ the exact same sweep-in, non-aim-in technique. It looks identical. And you're going to tell me that this guy is supposed to be, what, one of the world's greatest hunt players, or Green Tea and Joya with his, like, 200 subs, is also just happens to be even better than him, yet no one's really subbing him to the way that, you know, RachtaZ over here is being subbed to. I mean, they're both literally out of this world, the world's greatest shooters that anybody's seen. They don't even need to aim, they just spin around and bang, headshot.
But again, it's a video, it's a compilation, you know.
If you think that shot right there is fucking legit, if you think that shot legit. You're saying there that, oh, it's a compilation, so these are like gathered over many, many months. I think even one of those shots in your entire lifetime is suspicious if it happened once, but this isn't just, it's not one occurrence, this is in the same video, right? It's like the same video that he's doing this spinny round shot. So this is gathered over months. He's had 2 of these absolutely world-class, unbelievable shots within a single like set of compilation videos. I mean, that would, you know what I mean? It's like, how can he use that as a defense? He's got loads of these kinds of clips. Happens all the time for him. They're the predominant of his content, right? Look, the guy's saying, "Don't cheat, bitch." He's literally saying to after he got that shot, he's like, "That's a bit of a."
I don't think he said that, but
shot.
maybe.
Like, "Don't cheat, bitch. Don't cheat, bitch."
I thought he said like fucking bitch, you know. Like you see his head, you know. Like there is his head, like the bandana. But it's like low quality.
And then just taps him through the wall there. Does he even have information?
Yeah.
It's funny how his defenders will come to my YouTube channel and say it's not saying axe, he's saying pax, but like no one's gonna say that this guy can't hear the fact that that cheat bitch sounds nothing like you fucking bitch. They don't even sound remotely close to each other to even, you know, no one's saying no, it's clearly saying cheat bitch. No one's trying to correct like RachtaZ over here.
How to become hacker? Dude, he's gonna talk shit about this, but it was actually funny. I shot 3 times the wall, and the guy inside called me cheater, you know, already. So let's see what he's gonna say.
Why would you shoot randomly into the building 3 times? Like, why? Why would you expose your position? Is this high level play? I just randomly shoot to the side of the building and expose where I am. Like, what thinking is behind that? It looks like he's trying to fish for a cheater accusation, so he can make it look like cheaters are just whiners, always getting it wrong and complaining, so he can, you know, use it to character assassinate a demographic of people who complain about cheaters. Same as him, and they're just orchestrating this
It was
event.
staged. It was staged.
It's a possibility, right? It can be staged. I mean, people team all the time. It's not really out of the realm of possibility that if you wanted to orchestrate cheaters looking like whiny complainers getting it wrong, you could do that if you really wanted to. I don't think he did in this instance. I'm just saying, I'm just going through the possibilities. I'm doing this in real time. There's no script. I'm watching it for the first time, you know, and giving my opinion in the moment in real time. I'm not scripted it or gathered my thoughts on it. I'm giving my off the cuff impression of the video.
Ton is
There's a clip precedingly
okay,
of him
man.
being called a hacker is just a way of him trying to make out that
And he talks about it like so long. I don't wanna.
he just likes to cut me off. He knows what I'm saying is true. He doesn't want to hear it. So he just wants to see what he really wants. He just wants me to call him a cheating cockhead over his cheater clips, so he gets satisfaction out of that. Like that's what he wants. He just wants to hear me negatively react to him being a cheater. That's what he wants. That's what all cheaters want. They want to feed on your negative energy. They're like the Riddler in Batman Forever. Saying
Greg hipster.
oh, hit scan axe as well.
Packs, you know, like
Difference it makes it hacks, axe or packs. I mean, I can't hear the P for the plosives for packs. It sounds like axe. It's easy mistake to make. But why are you referring to anything as hit scan?
the weapon.
That's what he's saying. I mean, packs or axe makes no difference. Like neither weapon is a hit scan weapon. They're all projectile based weapons in this game. So the only reason why anything would be hit scan, or if you had a trigger bar, just pull it hovering.
Gregor, man, why you exposed me like that, dude? Gregor and Hipster got me exposed.
Just gonna play it off like sarcastically, like, what reason is there to refer to any weapon as hit scan, whether it's a pax or an axe or anything? Doesn't matter. Like none of the weapons in the game are hit scan. You know what I mean? The only thing that can be hit scan is a trigger bot. Now there are people who've made comments. So this guy here, checker, had my laugh on your wild cheater accusation earlier videos. They actually indicate that your hearing is not the best among humans. There is a P in front of axe. I mean, what difference does it make? Axe, pax. People can hear things incorrectly. There's no P, there's no p, there's no clear plosive in what they're saying, which makes it pax. You can't hear it. The weapon he just shot the other guy with hit scan pax. In this moment just meant that he aimed for the head and the other guy did not move at all in that moment. Oh, is that just a common phrase that people use, that whenever you just head dome somebody standing still, that's hit scan? That's just a term everyone uses. As well, remember, the key word is as well, which makes the shot feel like hit scan, but again, it's like he's commenting on RachtaZ who's using the pack. It's not going to feel like hit scan to him. He's referring, he's either referring to the axes that he's throwing himself, and if he is referring to the packs that RachtaZ is using, then he's not going to feel that it's hit scan. He's not even going to see that it's hit scan. He's just saying that it's hit scan for seemingly no logical reason. As well, the key word there being as well. So there's something else that's hit scan as well, not just the packs. Since it actually hit where he aimed at the time of left click and the enemy did not move out of the way, making it like hit scan, which you correctly stated is not a thing in Hunt. Yeah, because none of the weapons are hit scan based or projectile based. And this is where I quote him. I say, it actually hit where he aimed at the time of left click. So he's saying because he aimed, pressed left click, and then it hit the person in the head and he got the kill, that's like hit scan. And I'm like all shots are supposed to. All shots are supposed to, hit at the time when you click the left click button. When you hit left click, you expect to get a kill or a hit, which you correctly stated is not a thing in Hunt unless you're using a trigger bot. Unless you're using a trigger bot, which you have no idea how this works. Literally got a video in the third part showing exactly how a trigger bot works. First, you can know what your teammate is running. Weapons make all different sounds. Knowing it is a PAX is no problem. It's not the point. Whether he knows it's a PAX or not, there's no logical reason to refer to whenever your teammate makes a shot to refer to it as hit scan when you're not seeing it, you're not feeling it. Do you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense for a second or third party to refer to something as hit scan when they're not directly seeing it happen. As well, axe in its contact is not making any sense unless he's got an axe, throwing axe, and maybe he's just scanned his crosshair across a grunt or a player or anything, and he's used it and it threw an axe, and he's like, oh wow, hit scan axe as well, right? So, given there is not a single axe involved, I mean, I don't know that. I mean, you can't tell what his partner's got equipped or not. We can only tell what RachtaZ has got equipped, and that's a PAX. And why you can say axe and PAX are closely related, you got to understand the mentality of a cheater. A cheater is going to make out that there's a P in front of that axe. If if they can manipulate any piece of information to make it seem like something else, that's what a cheater is going to do. Cheaters will always try and hide in the cracks of doubt. They're going to try and find anything that is shadowy and can't be exposed as being completely false. That's where you'll find cheaters hiding. So if you say something that isn't completely clear cut and there's no debate about it, if there's anything they can twist or manipulate, then they're going to do that in order to hide in the doubt. There's no clear, obvious sound of him saying P, the plosive sound, and he's just interjecting that because it's convenient to switch the term from ax to pax to make me sound like I've got a hearing problem, so there's something wrong with me, and it makes it look like that I'm wrong, even though it makes no difference if it's a pax or an ax to say aimbot, to say hit scan. As a second or third party, it makes no sense. You go, oh, they're just sarcastically, then they're memeing with each other. They're just joking. It's like, oh, rot, Susan knows hacks again. Do. Like they're having like some camaraderie or joking that RachtaZ is always using cheats and hacks. I mean, there's no indication that that kind of sarcastic tomfoolery joking around is happening. He's literally going, wow, hit scan acts as well, or hit scan packs as well. It's not coming across as a sarcastic joke. It's coming as a surprise, like, wow, hit scan packs as well, or hit scan acts as well. It sounds like it's something he's just done and he's reacting to it. But even if he is reacting to RachtaZ, it makes little sense for him to refer to it as hit scan when he's not seeing it, he's not feeling it, and it really makes no sense for him to say as well. Presumably something else is hit scan as well, like what hit scan his favorite word. Yeah, but the point here is it doesn't sound like they're joking sarcastically with each other. To say hit scan seems very specific reference to a cheat that I only theoretically claimed existed. Right, so they move, they've reacted, they followed up, they're moving. A human would over aim because they probably think they'd go a bit further and not stop quite so abruptly. They move abruptly, they stop abruptly. Very difficult to follow. Incredible accuracy. And they do over aim. They go past the target, but they fire. Very strange. It's very strange. I mean, most people generally move their mouse onto the target, then fire. Right? They'll move to the target, then they fire. That's the skill of the game. Move target, you fire. Right? Those things are timing. They move past the target, they shoot as the crosshair moves across the character. That's an unusual way of aiming. It's a very strange way of aiming. I'm not saying maybe it's just the way that they play with the slingshot. Maybe they just play some weird, swingy timing type gameplay. Maybe, but generally people move to target, shoot target, move target, shoot target. They don't move past the target and then shoot along the way. Usually, I mean, I can't think of a time where I've consciously made a decision to aim to shoot like that.
To it. You're actively revealing yourself to be a player. You're in third person, so you can't really shoot back if somebody is watching.
Again, they move, they swing across, they fire, and then the aim carries on moving. There's something else going on here as well, because they keep making this claim: the weapons are hit scan, the weapons are hit scan, all the weapons. These aims, the reactions are insane. I mean,
can't really shoot back if
to be able to react and track to this, I mean, I'd say aimbot straight away. I mean, to be able to react like that, snap to that bang, I go aimbot. No day. But is there something else going on here as well? Because they keep making this claim: the weapons are hit scan, the weapons are hit scan, all the weapons are hit scan. You don't have to account for bullet drop. You don't have to. There's no travel time of the projectile, so there's no projectile. So you don't have to lead with your shots. You shoot where you aim. You hit what you hit, basically.
Actively revealing yourself to be a player. You're in third person.
Is it possible?
Really shoot back if somebody is watching.
Is it possible that, let's say they don't have aimbot. I think there's still some aimbot being used, but let's say they don't have aimbot. Let's say they have ESP for sure. They have ESP, and they can see the hitboxes of all of the players. And then instead of having an aimbot, they have an auto fire cheat. So all they've got to do is hover their mouse crosshair over the hitboxes, and the guns will automatically fire for them. So they don't have to time their shots. They just swing their crosshair across the target hitbox, and then they get an automatic shot fired off. So they don't have to time their shots. They just got to make sure they keep the mouse cursor on the target.
To it, you're actively revealing yourself to be a player. You're in third person.
This is a video I did 5 months ago, and this is when I first hypothesized, right, that there was some kind of auto aiming cheat, auto firing cheat based on a hit scan, because this person kept going on and on and on about how the weapons are hit scan. And then I saw this clip and I'm like, yeah, okay, I've seen this now multiple times where they over aim and they seem to get a hit. And I'm pretty certain that they've got something that auto fires for them. And I didn't know a trigger bot existed at this point. I only found this out literally a few days ago, dealing with RachtaZ's videos. RachtaZ, right? So I didn't know the cheat existed, and it actually is a real cheat. So doesn't that lend some credibility that I'm seeing it, I'm hypothesizing based on how it works, taking into account the things that they have said, tying it together, turns out there is an actual cheat that does that. It's called a trigger bot. So here's another dude here saying, oh, him saying hit scan anything in relation to any weapon is pretty solid confirmation that I'm using the hit scan based cheat. I mean, it is fairly concrete. If you're talking about probability, it's in the higher echelon, in the 80 to 90% likely that if you're referring to anything as hit scan, especially in a game where none of the weapons are hit scan, then it could be confirmation of using a hit scan based cheat. Anyways, the reply is, bro, I hope you get to experience the game with friends to joke around with and have fun, as this should be your main goal right now. So he's basically trying to say that they're just joking around, they're joshing around, saying that he's using hit scan, you know. And it's like, yeah, you can josh around and you can joke that you're using cheats, but there's no indication that this is some kind of sarcastic joking around with friends. And to refer to it as hit scan is too specific, especially in a game where the weapons aren't hit scan. To say, oh, it's like hit scan, it's so unusual. It's such a weird thing to say. It's not typical thing to say, even if I'm wrong. I'm in that higher probability of you've got to just allow it, because it's so unusual. It's such an unusual thing to say, to refer to anything as hit scan. It's like I only just found out that this cheat existed. So for them to joke around that they're calling each other using hit scan cheats, which is a cheat that only somebody who's a cheater would know, right? If you're a cheater and you've got experience using trigger bots and hit scan based cheats, you might joke around or have knowledge of hit scan based cheats. But I didn't even know these hit scan based cheats existed until a few days ago. I only theorized that they could exist based on gameplay footage that I've seen that you've seen. So to them to make a reference, a very specific reference to a type of cheat that really you got to be in the know to know about it. You're not just going, oh, turn your hacks off, RachtaZ, turn your hacks off. Oh, he's using his aimbot again. Oh, this RachtaZ. You know what I'm saying? He's none of that kind of joking around is coming across. Most people, generally speaking, if you talk about third-party cheats, people will talk about wall hacks. They'll talk about aimbots. Pretty much anything else people don't really know about. It's not common knowledge. Even for somebody like me who deals with cheaters, looking at cheaters a lot, I've only known that a trigger bot existed a few days ago. So people who know about trigger bots, they're probably in the likelihood of the possibility of being cheaters. Either people highly experienced with cheats more than me, or most likely people with direct experience with trigger bots with cheats, basically, because they're potentially cheaters.
Like it must be troll because you see the X's when I throw them, they travel. Like how if they were hit scan, I can kill people across the map with X. Like
As well. See, look, he's playing dumb again. It's like, but if you've got a trigger bot and you're hovering your crosshair over the target and your axes fire automatically, then you would have hit scan axes, wouldn't you? Why is he playing deliberately dumb? He must know what I'm saying, right? You know, the fact that I'd say that, you know, the constant attempt to try and play dumb is indicative of him cheating.
it's crazy though. Completion of all banks
It's
actually.
not like he's famous. It's not like he's famous at this point.
I wasn't.
And it's just haters being haters,
Yep.
trying to knock a dude down. And
Back then, dude,
wine. This is
more people thought I'm
the
cheating than
beginning of
not.
his career,
Back then.
right? People are calling.
Because I used to make compilations like this, you know.
Calling cheated from the get-go.
Putting clips that only
You know,
looks like
it's doing
super
Shroud,
sus.
innit? Shroud was just talking over my point there, but you know, just to reiterate, you know, it doesn't make sense for people calling you a cheater at the beginning of your career. Like it's the kind of thing you'd expect when you're famous. People might try and bring you down, say you're a hack, and try and make up accusations because they just want to see, you know, somebody famous fall from grace, kind of thing. When people are calling you cheater from the get-go, man, that doesn't seem. That's not normal. Yeah? So how does he know that? Right in front. I mean, he's playing in friggin'
Stretch resolution.
320 resolution or whatever, 320p over here.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, so another point here would be, if you're using a trigger bot and you had wall hacks and you can see people's hitboxes, it's a lot easier for you to just, you know, brush your mouse over people's hitboxes. Now, if you had wall hacks, trigger bot, and you're using stretch res, so all of the hitboxes are nice and stretched, makes it even easier for a trigger bot. I don't think he's using wall hacks because of the little bit where he rubs his gun crosshair left and right. Does it check with his trigger bot if anyone's there? Would make me believe he doesn't have wall hacks, but he's definitely got a trigger bot. And if you've got stretch res, well, it's a lot easier to hit them hitboxes if you've got a trigger bot with a stretch resolution. That's rubber crosshair over it.
What's he saying, man?
No, he skipped over it, but yeah, the point is he's moving his crosshair left and right to check if there's anybody there, if his partner's come to res the guy that he just killed. He doesn't have wall hacks, doesn't know where they are. He thinks that they might be there, so he just rubs his crosshair across that area just to check if there's anyone there with his trigger bot, because if there was someone there, it would have automatically fired.
What is he saying?
There.
I had him run. Bomb.
What inconveniently the music can't hear the information. Information you got.
Come on, like it's 3 meters. Like, of course I'm gonna guess once a while.
Living in. The thing is, the very first clip that I put, where he predicts, he doesn't have the audio cue, right, and he just predicts where they're going to be, is a much shorter range than what he's predicting here. Fairy Tale Land.
Fairy Tale man. Bomb.
Right. So if you think the distance between here to what here, so the distance where he's predicting the run is greater than the distance in the other clip. So how does he know to predict the distances like pretty consistently? They could run far distance, small distance, or rockers. You know, saying rotters over here, man. He's always getting the prediction correct, no matter the distance. Whether it's 3 meters, 1 meter, 2 meters, 2.75 meters, this guy is gonna get the prediction every time. And it's just like, you know, it's a little bit. How do you know in your brain to go? Oh, this is a long prediction, short prediction. How do you know? How can you make that kind of consistency with all them variables? It just doesn't seem plausible that you could make those shots consistently.
That's not my video. What? Why is he watching that? He decided to watch a movie? Dude, I'm done with this guy. He decided to watch some movie or something. And he just put it in the video. He must be trolling, dude. He must be trolling. There is no way, dude.
No, man. Hey, he's trolling, man.
He just put it in the video like watching some movie, dude.
I'm not trolling, man. There's a moral lesson for cheaters in there, man. That winning all the time is not what it's cracked up to be, man. That you're basically just living in your own you're in hell. The thing that makes gaming good is self-accomplishment, the you know triumph over adversity, the respecting your own ability to achieve. Like people who cheat, they don't respect themselves, they don't respect other people, and there can't be any real joy. You're just like you're just feeding off of the misery that you inflict onto other people. That's all you can do when you're a cheater. You can only inflict misery onto other people, and then that becomes the things that you enjoy. You're a misery vampire. Just cause as much misery to other people as possible and feed off it because you essentially ruined um, gaming for yourself. You've ruined it. You can't go back to not cheating. You become drunk on the power, and the road that it leads to is misery because you don't respect your own self, and then it leads you to not respect other people, and then you just like a demon, just feeding, frenzy, destroying um, the very thing that you may have used to love. But like, yeah, that's generally the idea behind the video. I was going to use it for a different topic, but I think I can't remember what it was in my head, but I think something happened. I think it was to do with Reshade, and then when Reshade got banned and stuff, I decided that kind of ship had sailed to do a video on that kind of thing. Now that was coming to an end, so I decided not to use it, and I just thought I'll just throw it into that video there. That is pretty much about it, I believe. Yeah, just trying a quick little response to his stream video or whatever. So peace out, later.